Hey guys, what is up? My name is Dave and welcome to episode 3 of my Rebuilding on Old School RS series. So as you can see right now, we are actually doing the Crazy Archaeologist. The reason that we are here is not because we're doing it for the money, even though this boss is actually quite decent money. We are doing it because we have a Slayer task. I just threw it on 3 because I don't really feel like doing this boss right now. And I've been rethinking some of my goals about gear to purchase, but I guess I'll just come to that as we go. I definitely still want to get the SGS next. I feel like that's pretty important, but I don't know. I feel so like limited with what I have right now, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Obviously I am limited. There's a reason that I'm past 20 wilderness. There's a reason I'm limited, so that'll change with time. I still do think that the route I'm going for best in slot gear for DKs is probably the right idea, and that's what I'm going to stick with for now. But if that ever changes, I will let you guys know, and I'll let you guys know why if I do decide to change it. Wow. Speaking of Dagon of Kings, 162. So I think I actually will sell my loot tab off right now and kind of just see where I stand. Once again, see if I can find a friend who wants to go with me, because until I have an SGS, I'm really not comfortable soloing. Even after I have an SGS, I'm not like 100% comfortable. Probably not until I have like my full bandos and everything again, but wow. So I sold off my loot tab, got about 11 mil from it, which is not bad at all. And I'm not entirely sure what I want to do in-game right now. I might just skill or something. If I can motivate myself, I'll go do Zora, which will be great for my bank, but horrible for my mental health. Oh my god!
I'm so sorry, dude.
I am like so angry right now.
Which one?
We literally got Supreme as we walked in! Oh my god!
Now you owe Dabe 5 mil.
You fucking piece of shit! So like, congrats. Like I'm not like actually angry. Like for real, congrats, man. It's awesome.
Send it to Jeremy. Send it to Jeremy.
Rub a little salt in the wound.
Ring of life.
Give me a fucking ring of life. Okay. Fuck this game right now. No, nice, juicy berserker ring.
No, what the fuck?
Alright, so this is the end of our DK trip. We actually got that B-ring and a bunch of... We had 6 dragon axes that trip as well, a bunch of other stuff. It lasted pretty long. So we actually have a little bit over 8 mil. So I was giving my friend his split, but he's insisting to give me 5 mil because he got that pet and he feels pretty bad. And we actually said on the way there that if he gets a pet, he will give me 5 mil. So I'm taking it and I'm okay with it at this point because honestly, I usually give people money, or I always tell people I'm going to give them money. I've never actually gotten a pet with someone else in the room. This is the first time I've actually seen a pet that wasn't mine. Feels bad, man. But, I mean, thank you to him for that. That's actually very nice, and he didn't have to do that, but it's very nice of him to do that. So, I mean, obviously that task is amazing now, and that was 9 mil in the bank. So that's pretty nice. That's another push towards the SGS. Obviously, I would have rather had the pet, but I'm still happy for my friend for getting it. Alright, so I got the Abyssal Demons task. In a lot of circumstances, I would love to say that I would go to Sire, but I don't have a Hasta, nor do I have a lot of charges in my Arclight right now, so I am actually just going to go to Abyssal Demons and do this there. I tried for the back-to-back. You can see I have my Slayer Cape with me. Unfortunately, no back-to-back, but I'm actually happy with how that trip turned out. Like I always say, if I get 1 B-ring or 1 Archer's ring, it's a good trip, and I'm happy with it. So let's go to Abby's and hope that we get a whip. So just what I was looking to get. A nice juicy Abyssal Whip. I'm very happy with that. Don't know if I'm going to actually hold on to it or just get rid of it for my next tent whip. I guess we'll see. Obviously, I don't want to just like sell it and have just enough money to buy the SGS and have that be like the factor, because then eventually I'm going to have to buy another one for the tent whip anyway, so it doesn't really make sense for me to do that. More than likely, I'll just hold on to it. Good to get either way. I actually got 3 superiors on that task, which is really nice. Only managed to get totem pieces from 2 of them because I didn't realize I had a piece in my bank already, which kind of sucks. A little bit of a waste, but whatever. Cave Horrors, that's, I'm pretty sure, like a really, probably almost max task. I don't know if you can actually get over 200. Those are very relaxing, super easy to do, so I'm perfectly fine doing that. Hopefully we get a black mask too. I could use the money. Hey, we actually did end up getting one. Nice. Just about the end of the task too. I had like 3 superiors this task, and I half the time just like am so like AFK that I'm just clicking these things and not even realizing that it's a superior because they're just so weak. Well, we got another task of Black Dragons, which I will definitely do at Brutals. I could actually probably afford an ACB with what I have right now, but like I said, I don't really want to spend money on something that has a really niche use like the ACB does, so I'm still going to continue saving for my SGS. which is my goal of this episode, if you haven't figured that out already. Nice, another simple one. Dark Beasts. I'm actually really happy with that Black Dragon task as well. Whoa, don't know what happened with my recorder there. Hopefully my audio is fine. But I'm actually really happy with what happened with that Black Dragon task as well, because, I mean, they're so profitable. I can just give you guys a quick scroll through of what I got. I mean, like, a lot of people, especially on 2K Worlds for some reason, a lot of people don't pick up their bones and shit. So, I ended up looting quite a few. Obviously, some of these came from Zola as well. But just the drops are just so nice. Like, all the rune drops, I got a bunch of Dragon Dart tips. It's just, love it. Just always looks super good on the ground, man. I think this is only, like, the second one I've ever had, but it's actually about 900k right there, so I'll take it. Nice, juicy Dark Bow popping in the inventory. I think I might actually try and go for back-to-back on Dark Beast tasks too, just because they're super AFK. So I finished that task, skipped a few, and then got Cave Krakens again. I'm actually going to do this one because I still do need the money. No point in me, you know, no point in me messing about and getting little shitty in-between tasks. So I figured it's only 110. I took away my extension for it, so I don't have, like, the giant tasks anymore. This is insane. I'm getting so many Dagon tasks. 187 as well. That is incredible. I am actually really excited to head back to DKs. So, just finished up 800 mole KC. I think I'm going to go try and do some Callisto and see how that goes. If I can't, I might just head back to Zora. Would love to have gone to DKs, but like I said, still not comfortable soloing. If I can't get the whole thing done in one trip, then I don't want it solo yet. Here's a juicy little drop for me. KC 841. Oh my god, my recorder is getting really weird and laggy lately. KC 841, there we go. Dragon Pickaxe. Very, very happy with that one. Obviously gonna bank, because I don't want to risk my Varix Flail or anything right now. But they're about 3 mil right now, which is amazing. They used to be like 1.7, so I'll definitely take it. I could use the money. I'm like kind of debating holding on to it, because I don't have a Dragon Pick right now. But I think I'd rather just have the cash. So, finished up that task at the Dagon of Kings, and unfortunately, all we had was a Warrior's Ring, or Warrior Ring, I'm sorry I say Warrior's Ring, bad habit, and a couple of Dragon Axes, so nothing good, and fortunately for me, my friend didn't get another pet, because otherwise I would have been pissed as hell. But it's done, so I am now actually going to go try and get the back-to-back. If I can, that'd be amazing. Okay. Spiritual Creatures, skipped. Calphites, skipped. I'm 99, by the way, to people wondering. Well, I mean, that's kind of obvious with the back-to-back things that I keep talking about with my Slayer Cape. Those of you who don't know, you have a 10% chance of getting a back-to-back task if you have your Slayer Cape with you when you're getting a Slayer task. And I actually realized I just broke 16 million Slayer XP, which is pretty cool as well. But we just got Dagonoths. Again. Hell yes. So, sold everything off again, and we got 19 mil from doing that. We're getting very, very close. I feel like we might actually... don't actually know what the price of an SGS is right. Oh, I just took my placeholder out of my coins. Get back in there. I don't actually know what the price of an SGS is currently. Hopefully it's not crazy. So it looks like I'm only a few mil off. However, I don't know if I want to get it immediately upon having enough money or not. I can sell some stuff in my bank, and I'm trying to debate whether or not there's anything in here that I might want to sell for it. Because if I'm just camping DKs all the time, I'm not going to need the Darox, I'm not going to need the Arams, at least not for a little while, and I can always buy it back later. So I'm really not sure. I'll give it a minute, and I'll look over it again for a little bit. This is a pretty attractive-looking chest. We got a Thorax plate body, which is breaking our slight dry streak. Unfortunately, it's a pretty cheap item. The Elite Clue Scroll as well is most likely just going to end up sitting in the bank, not doing anything. Because I already have a Master in the bank that I'm just not going to do right now because it requires me to buy a couple items like an OB Cape and shit, and I just don't want to be spending money on that stuff. I'm sure I'll do that in the near future. And then I have another one lined up in Watson. Hey, we actually got the back-to-back. That's pretty good, makes up for my dry streak over the past, like, 40 chests or so. There we go. Obviously not another not-so-expensive item, but it adds up pretty quick, man. It adds up pretty quick. Well, got another item, and this little fucker just ruined it. Carol's Crossbow. We're getting a lot of, like, the cheaper items, which is a little weird. I mean, I say weird, I mean shitty, but it's awesome that we're getting stuff. Like, I'm actually more happy just to see 3 items within 10 chests than anything else. So, ecstatic about it, actually. And I know that sounds really sarcastic, but no, I'm being serious. I'm not sarcastic. I'm actually happy just to see items. So I decided that these are the items I'm actually, like, comfortably able to get rid of. The Aram's Rope Top I'm not sure about because I might actually want to hold on to this in case I start trying to do raids in the near future. But more than likely that'll just get sold, as well as the items obviously that I just got from Barrows, which are in here, so these will get sold too. There's also some excess runes I can probably pawn off. I'm going to keep all the Deaths, Bloods, and Souls because those are actually going to be used in, you know, Blood Barrage and things that I frequently use. But I don't need this many Earth runes right now. I don't need this many Water runes right now. And I don't need this many Chaos runes right now either, so I'll probably get rid of some of those. Kind of see where we end up, and then maybe leave an offer in for the SGS overnight and not do like the plus 5% like I usually do. I'm holding on to the D-Hide boots as well. I was actually considering selling them, but I realized they're really not that much worse than Pegasians. So this is probably what I'll end up using at DKs instead of the gross, disgusting Bandos boots that I was using. So a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I sold off those extra items as well, and the reason for that is because I'm not really using them too often. I mean, I'm trying to stay away from... Actually, I'm pretty comfortable paying this price. There we go. 46.359 mil. We pick up our SGS. As you can see, I sold that stuff. I didn't need to. I have way more than enough money right now. But the reason I did that is because I actually want to have this extra money to buy supplies and other things that I might want to start saving up for. Like, I think a Hasta is probably going to be next in my list, potentially, for this exact reason. These guys want me to do raids with them. I'm actually very tempted. I'll ask him and talk to them, see if he's comfortable with the gear I have. But this is, I think, where I'm going to end this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. We met our goal. We have an SGS. Our bank is probably about 100 to 125 mil now, which is pretty nice. I mean, we got a DFS, we got a Ring of Suffering, we got an SGS, Blowpipe, and the basics. So now we're going to work towards, like I said, Hasta, and main things I want to get as well are going to be BCP, Tacits, and then ACP and Chain Skirt. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you guys like it up, subscribe, and check out all the links on your screen. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. God, that was like the most awkward outro ever.